Hey, what's going on? It's your girl KK. I got my glasses on today. But today in this video, I'm going to show you how to make money online by starting a virtual funding business. Okay? Now, a funding business is simply when you help your clients get access to high limit funding. Typically, the ranges is 50,000 to 250,000 in funding, okay? It can either be personal or business funding. So, I'm going to show you exactly how to start this funding business so that way you can start making money online starting today. And this funding business, I was able to generate multiple six figures just from doing this virtual concept online by getting people access to high limit funding. All right. So if you want to know how to make money online and make thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars by doing so, then make sure you stay tuned all the way through to the very end of this video, because I'm going to share some great secrets with you. And the only way you're going to get all of those secrets is if you stay tuned all the way to the end of this video. All right. Now, if you haven't already done so, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. All right. So I need my small YouTubers. We need to link up. We need to go ahead and help each other with engagements. So go ahead and comment, drop your YouTube channel. I'll subscribe to your channel, and then you subscribe back to my channel. All right. I'm all for community. So let's go ahead and build a strong, solid community of like-minded individuals, and let's help each other. Let's support each other. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let me show you how to go ahead and create and start you an online funding business so that way you can start making multiple six figures just like me. Let me show you. All right. So this concept is very, very simple. All right. So in this video right here, I'm going to show you exactly how to make $50,000 a month from your online funding business. All right, guys. So again, it's very simple. Do not overcomplicate this. All right. So just a few key things before we get started is that this funding service is a done for you service. All right. That means that you are going to be the one to do all of the heavy lifting for your client. All right. It's a done for you service, meaning that you're doing it for the client. All right. So there's nothing that the client has to do on their end besides having obviously a great credit profile and having no negative items on their credit report. But yeah, once they qualify, it's your job to do everything for the client. All right. So it's a done for you service. Another key thing to take away is that the client pays nothing up front. All right. So you're not going to get paid until you successfully perform and show results and get your client funded. Now, once your client is successfully funded, you're going to get a small commission on the back end. All right. Now, this is going to be great because this right here is going to build trust with your clients. All right. Because look, it's no risk for your client. All right. So the fact that you're not charging anything up front, there's really no risk as to why the client can't work with you. All right. And then if you perform, that means you show credibility and you show that you are the perfect person to show results and to get results, and you get paid on the back end. All right. So that's going to be a great thing for your clients, and it's going to get people to want to work with you because you're not charging anything up front. All right. Another key thing to take away is that your client needs no docs. All right. And when we say no docs, what I mean by that, for example, your client does not need any tax forms, no W-2s, no bank statements, none of that to get funded. All right. So that's the great thing about this funding business is that your client does not have to show any documentation. All right. Another key takeaway for this is that in order to get your client funded, there's three ways that they can get it. So they can either leverage their personal credit profile, right? If they don't have a good personal credit profile, they can leverage their business credit profile if they already have business credit established. Now, the thing is this, just to be very transparent, most people don't already have business credit already established, okay? Just because you have a business credit card, that does not mean that you have business credit, all right? So if you want to learn how to build business credit, then you should join my private community where you'll learn all of the strategies to actually build business credit. So that way you don't have to use your personal credit at all. You can just strictly use your EIN for the business to get funded. All right. So I can't go into detail about that in this video. But again, if you're interested in learning how to build business credit, then all you have to do is click on the link in my description. Join my private community for all of the gems to build business credit. All right. So moving forward. So a third way that your client can qualify for funding is the revenue that the business is generating. All right. So if your client has a business and your client is generating a specific revenue for the business, then there are lenders who will lend to that client because of the amount of revenue that the business is generating. Does that make sense? The reason why this is important is because there's a lot of people who don't have good credit. Okay. However, if they can show proof that their business is making a certain amount of money each month, then even though they don't have good credit, they can still get funded because the lender is seeing that they have revenue that the business is making, even though their personal credit is not good. All right. So that's a good thing. So those are three ways that your client can get access to funded. One, leveraging their personal credit profile. Two, leveraging their business credit profile. Or three, leveraging the revenue that the business is making. Make sense? All right. Another key thing to take away is that in order to qualify for funding, to get the best results, your client needs to have at least a minimum of a 700 credit score. All right. If you don't have a minimum 700 credit score, then you don't need to get funded. You don't need to build a funding business. Your client needs to go fix their credit. Okay. And if you yourself don't have at least a 700 credit score, then you need to work on your credit profile and you need to get yourself funded before you try to help somebody else. It makes no sense how you can be an expert of something and how you can help somebody with their credit profile and you yourself don't have good credit. All right. So again, if you are that person who does not have at least a 700 credit score, and if you do not have a good, strong, solid credit profile, whether it's personal or business, then you need to join my private community so that way you can get access to all of the strategies to be able to increase your credit score to a 700 plus and also build and boost your overall credit profile. All right. So again, the link is going to be in the description to join. Another key takeaway is that your client can absolutely have nothing in collections, no late payments, no negative items, no derogatories. Okay. If they do have anything in collections, late payments, negative items, anything derogatory, they must get those things removed in order to get qualified for funding. Okay. So let me give you an example. Just say your client has a 700 credit score, but they have something in collections. Well, guess what? They no longer qualify. Okay. So just because they have a 700 credit score or even higher, if they have anything in collections, late payments, negative items, anything derogatory on their credit profile, I don't care how high their credit score is, they're not going to qualify for funding. All right. You must get those things removed from the client's credit profile in order for them to qualify for funding. Okay. Now, again, if you do not know how to remove negative items, things in collections, late payments, derogatories, if you do not know how to remove these things off of your credit profile or off of your client's credit profile, then you should join my private community where you can learn exactly how to remove negative items from your credit profile. Okay. Do not let people fool you. Do not let these credit bureaus fool you. You can literally get anything off of your credit report. It does not matter if you owe the money. It's not about owing the money. It's about finding inaccuracies that the credit bureaus are doing to be in compliance with the federal law. And if you can find any type of incompliance with the credit bureaus, then by law, they have to remove it from your credit report. That's law. That's federal law, period. All right. So again, you can get anything removed from your credit report. You can get anything removed from collections, student loans, bankruptcies, going delinquent, whatever the case might be, evictions, whatever the case might be, you can get all of those things removed. If you do not know how to do it yourself, all you got to do is join my private community where you'll get access to all of the strategies where you can learn how to get those things removed from your credit profile. It's really simple. Who's this for? All right. So this is really for anybody. All right. But it's going to be best if your clients are entrepreneurs, business owners, investors, anybody that's looking to purchase real estate, whether it's an investment property or whether it's a home that they're looking to buy and live in. Okay. Anyone looking to buy a car, a truck, any type of vehicle, college students in need of money to pay their tuition, and then anybody looking for any sort of financial assistance. All right. So this is pretty much for anybody. Anybody who needs any kind of financial assistance, they can get funded. Let's get into how to actually start the actual funding company. So the first thing is that you need to find people who have at least a 700 plus credit score with no collections, no late payments, no negative items, no derogatories. All right. So that's step number one, is finding those people who have a good credit profile. All right. Now, once you do find those people, then the next step is to go ahead and start the process of getting your client access to $50 to $250,000 in funding. Okay. Now, again, you're not going to charge anything upfront for your client. All right. You're going to get paid on the back end once you show results. Okay. Now, typically, the commission is typically 10%. That's standard. 10% is standard. Now, again, this is your business, so you can set whatever fee you want to set. But 10% is typically standard. Okay. And it's going to be 10% of the total amount of revenue that you helped your client to obtain. So, for example, let's say you helped your client to get $100,000 total in business funding or personal funding, whichever. Then 10% of that is going to be $10,000, right? So that's how much your payout is going to be. You get a 10% commission on the back end. And so if you got your client access to $100,000, then 10% of that is $10,000. So you made $10,000 off of that one client. So it's really simple. Imagine if you have 5 clients where you got them a minimum of $100,000 in funding, then we know that 10 times 5 is 50,000. So that's literally how you make $50,000 in a month. It's simple, right? Simple. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to, be an A student. You literally can do this in a month. If you can't get access to 5 clients in a month, then hey, you got a bigger problem to worry about. Okay, because I'm pretty sure there's somebody in your phone, family member, friend, business owner, business partner, social media. You can find 5 people every month who you can get access to at least $100,000. Okay, and if you can do that, then that's how you easily make $50,000 or more in a month. All right, really simple. Now, that brings me to my next point, how to actually get these clients. Well, number one, you need to post valuable organic content on social media. Look, guys, we live in a society where everything is digital. All right. We have our own platform just by our social media. All right. So you need to sound like an expert. You need to show that you are the expert. And the best way to showcase your expertise is on your social media platforms. So just simply post content of how to do this, right? Show results, show testimonials, all right? Show people that you know what you're talking about. And you'll easily get people in your DMs wanting to work with you because there's a lot of people who need access to money. Okay, period. Leverage other people's audience, right? So I know you're like, well, KK, I don't have a big following on social media. KK, I don't have a big platform on social media. I'm not going to get anybody to hit me up. Well, look, the best way to increase your following the fastest is to leverage other people's audience. So even though you might not have a big following on social media, go find somebody that does, right? Pay them to hop on their social media. Pay them so they can post your service on their platform, right? Pay somebody to join their podcast. It's really simple, right? Again, we live in a world of technology where social media has literally taken over. Okay. There's thousands and thousands of thousands of thousands of people who are making more money than doctors and lawyers simply because of their social media. All right. So again, leverage social media, leverage other people's audience if you do not already have a big platform. Okay. Another great way to get clients is collaborations. Partner up with CPAs, right? People who do business taxes. Partner up with tax preparers, credit repairers, right? These are the perfect people to partner up with. You want to know why? They know how much money you're making. They know how much money the business has generated. They know how much revenue you've generated, right? So, tax preparers, CPAs, they are great people to collab with. Another great person to collab with is credit repairs, right? Credit repair people should be your favorite people when it comes to funding. Okay. The reason why is because guess what? They're already doing credit repair. They're already fixing people's credits. Okay. And so now all you guys got to do is create a partnership where as soon as they get done repairing that person's credit, then they literally send that person to you for funding. It's literally a business that goes hand in hand. Credit repair and funding, those are two businesses that goes hand in hand with each other, right? It's like, you know, Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, right? It's like Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman, not Dennis Rodman, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. That's what I meant to say. It's like Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, right? It's just hand in hand duos, right? So the same thing, credit repairs, people who have funding businesses, those are two perfect duos. So go ahead and create a partnership with those people. All right. The most simplest thing, people never think about this, your phone contacts. I can guarantee you right now, if you pull out your phone, I can guarantee you got over 1,000 contacts in your phone right now. I can guarantee you. Pull out your phone right now. Go to your contacts. And I can guarantee you got over 1,000 contacts. Okay? So guys, keep it simple. Leverage what you already have. You don't have to pay for ads. You don't have to pay to be on people's platforms. Yeah, those are great methods as well. But again, utilize what you already got, which is the contacts in your phone. Hit up your friend, hit up your family members, hit up your church members, your neighbors, whatever the case might be. Utilize the connections that you already have. It's simple. And then the very, very last option is running ads. Now, again, the reason why I say this should be your very last option is because it does not make sense to spend money on ads when you have not already had success before spending money on ads. Okay. There's a lot of people out there who's spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on running ads without being able to show proof that the business works. Okay. I was a victim of that myself. Guys, I'm speaking from experience. I lost a lot of money from spending thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on ads because my business at the time was not ready for that. Okay. Your business has to be ready for ads. Okay. So ads should not be the only way for your business to thrive. Ads for the business should just be fuel to the fire, but ads are not meant to create the fire. Does that make sense? So if you don't already have a fire created, if your business is not already booming, then ads is not going to fix that. All you're doing is flushing thousands of dollars in the drain. That's all you're doing. Okay. Ads should be the fuel to that fire. Okay. Ads should be the thing that makes your business scale. It's not going to be the thing to get you clients off rip. All right. So again, your business has to already have some sort of a foundation, and it has to already have consistency with generating income. And then you get ads to scale the business. Does that make sense? So listen from my experience. Don't do what I did. Don't waste thousands of dollars by running ads just because you think it's going to generate clients. It's not. If your business is not already booming prior to ads, trust me when I tell you, it's not going to boom once you get ads. Okay? Again, the fire needs to already be firing, and then the ads should be the fuel to the fire. Moving forward, digital automations. Now, this is how you're going to make it a digital business, all right, where you can literally have everything on autopilot so you don't have to do the work manually. All right. So this is how you make hundreds of thousands of dollars. This is how you make six figures online with a funding business digitally. All right. So the first thing you need to do is create a VSL video in a sales funnel. For those who don't know, VSL stands for Video Sales Letter. This is where you're literally talking in a video, right? You need to be the one talking in the video, not AI, not a robot, not a faceless business. Like, no, like, guys, like, listen, you have to get used to being in front of the camera. There's no way that you can say you want a six-figure business online, but you don't want to show your face. Like, how can anybody trust you if you're not showing your face? So get out of that. If you have that mindset where you want to have a successful business, but you don't want to have a face to the business, or you want to be a faceless business, go ahead and get out of that mindset. Because at the end of the day, when you're working with hundreds of thousands of dollars and you have hundreds of clients, the only way that you can build trust and credibility, and the only way that people can know, like, and trust you is if they can first see who you are. Okay, so again, create a video where the video should fully explain the process of how clients are going to get funded and the requirements to getting funded. All of this should be in your VSL. Your VSL video should be no longer than 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, again, it's just a quick introductory video introducing yourself, who you are, what you do, and how you're going to get clients the results. All right, really simple. Now, within your funnel, you need to create a questionnaire form. Your questionnaire form is how you're going to qualify prospects. Because the thing is this, you don't want to waste your time. There's hundreds and thousands of people, millions of people online. Okay. Not everybody is going to qualify. Not everybody who reach out are going to qualify. So you need to separate the people who qualify and the people who don't qualify, so that way you can use your time efficiently. We only want to talk to people who qualify. We do not want to talk to people who do not qualify. Okay. So again, you need to create you a questionnaire form that asks specific questions. So that way, you know exactly if this person qualifies or not. And if they do qualify, then the next step is for them to book a discovery call with you. So that way you can dive deeper into their credit profile. All right. Makes sense. This is how you digitalize your funding business. Create a VSL, create a funnel, have a questionnaire in the funnel, and then if they qualify, have them book a call. Simple. All right. And then the next step is that once the client does get qualified, then the next step is that you need to send them over a contract. You need to send them over an agreement for them to review and for them to sign. Because at the end of the day, we're not just doing this because it's a hobby. We're doing this because this is a legit business. So we have to have something on paper. We have to have paperwork. Okay. There's no way that I can provide a service without having an agreement on paper in place. Okay. And then the thing is, you don't want people to walk away from you, right? You don't want to get somebody funded and then they don't pay you. All right. When you have that agreement in place, then legally they have to pay you. And if they choose not to pay you, then you can sue them. Okay. It's really that simple. So once the person qualifies for funding, you need to send them over an agreement, have them review and sign the agreement. Once the agreement is signed, you need to then connect them with your banking reps. So that way the bank rep can push through their application. And then once they're connected with your bank rep, you literally just sit back and let the bank rep do all of the work for you. Okay. Now, I know you guys are thinking, well, dang, how do I get access to bank reps? You need to join my private community so that way you can know how to get access to bank reps. All right. It's really simple. I'm giving you free information on YouTube, but it's just certain stuff that I just can't give out for free. Certain things you got to pay for. That's just life. So if you want to learn how to get access to bank rep, so that way you don't have to do any of the work, all you need to do is join my private community and you'll get access to my bank reps. Simple. Now, the type of funding, right? Because I know you guys are thinking, what type of funding can these clients qualify for? Well, these are the types. Your client can qualify for business funding, personal funding, credit cards, personal credit cards, business credit cards, lines of credit, personal, business line of credit. So SBA loans are designed specifically to assist with businesses that may not qualify for traditional funding. All right. So again, there's a lot of people who don't have good credit, but then there's also a lot of people who's making good money. There's a lot of people who are making a lot of money. So, SBA loans are for those kind of people where they might not have the best credit score, but their business is generating a lot of revenue so they can still get funded because of the revenue that their business is generating. All right. Another type of funding, auto loans. There's auto lenders out there that will literally wire the money directly to your bank account. I know, right? I know. There's a lot of people who don't know that. Yes, there's auto loans where if you qualify for whatever the amount you qualify for, 40,000, 50,000, 80,000, whatever the case might be, instead of them paying the dealer, instead of them paying the car dealership, they'll literally send the money directly to your bank account. I know, right? I promise you. I kid you not. I do it every day for my clients. Every single day I do it for my clients. So yes, you just learned something new today. If you did not already know that there are auto lenders out there that will wire the money directly to your account instead of wiring the money to the dealership, now you know. Okay, so you heard it. You heard it from me first. You heard it here first. And again, revenue based lending, where if you don't have a good personal credit profile or if you don't have business credit established, you can literally leverage the business revenue to qualify for funding. Okay. That's it, guys. It's really that simple. Now you know exactly what to do and how to do it, where you can literally make six figures online by starting a funding business. All right. So this is what I do for my clients every single day. This funding business has generated me multiple six figures each month. Okay. And so you can literally do the same thing. So go out, apply those same strategies, take advantage of this because this can literally it could change your life. I know it changed my life when I learned all of this stuff. So go out and apply it. If you like the information, if you found this information to be valuable, make sure you show me some love, subscribe to my channel. So guys, I need help. I need help with subscribers. So help me, right? I helped you. So now you help me. And all you got to do is just click that button and subscribe to my channel. And then for more gems, for more tips where you can learn multiple ways to generate multiple six figures online with various skills, all you got to do is join my private community. It's literally less than a cup of coffee a day. Okay. So the people in my private community, they're all making six figures. They're all successful entrepreneurs, investors, like-minded individuals. So I'll see you inside of the private community on our weekly calls. All right. I have weekly coaching calls and I'll see you on our weekly coaching calls if you do join the private community. If not, then I'll see you on the next video.